Walk around the compound. See some tigers and then maybe Pete's. Yano, Yano. Yano, Yano. So Yano normally is animated and he moos often. But he took a good number of bites from that horse leg there. And yeah, so it's in, the meat's in there, and now he's a little bit kind of like bleh. Look at him. Oh, he's like, I got proteins in my belly. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Yeah, you, bud. What a good boy. What a good boy. Yeah, I know. Oh, boo, boo, boo. Hi. Hi, bud. We're going to do something really quick right away. Familiar face shout out goes to Emily Taylor. And the reason that I wanted to bring it up so early is because she made a comment about how her and a friend who watched the Walk Around the Compound webcast, they'll take bets on which cat is going to be showcased first on the screen. And she said the last time that she guessed it was going to be Noe and Wally, she was right. And she was like, oh my gosh, I won. So I'm like, all right, let's see if we can try to shake it up a bit. People can place their bets. They can guess which cat is going to be showcased first on the Walk Around the Compound. So I'm going to try. I'm going to guarantee that I'm going to do it just, fantastically all the time. But I'm going to try to shake it up a little bit. Maybe start off with some cats I don't normally start off with. Know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, here's Papa. Mr. Papa Pants. So, thanks Emily Taylor. That was fun. I saw your comment. You're a familiar face. I've seen your comment before. Thank you for engaging with the content, and I am shouting you out. And on that note, hello all you big cat lovers out there. It's me, Derek, again. Welcome to another super duper fantastic episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Pissed off kitty cat. Oh my gosh. Shanti. Cats just got fed. Not too long ago. So there is probably going to be some proteins bra moments. Poor Naya is like, you see what I have to deal with? You see what I have to deal with, Derek? Ugh. I'm just trying to chill. I'm just trying to relax. And then you got crazy over here. Just, yeah. I hear ya. Papa, old man. Got some new subscribers. Quite a few, actually. There was a video that I posted onto my YouTube channel about a year ago. It was the one where I was I scared Melita. I didn't try to. But she just wasn't paying attention, and I walked up behind her and I whispered, I'm like, Melita. And then, not even that loud, and then she turned around and she was like, ah! And then she ran, and I'm like, oh my god, oh no, I'm sorry. That video has, it's starting to gain some steam, it's starting to gain some traction. I think it got like 250,000 views just in like the last week. And it's strange, it's interesting how that stuff will happen. Because that video has been up for a year, and it's always done pretty well, but it's like really kind of taken off just within like the last few days. And subsequently, so has my subscriber count, which is great. That's really great. More people who can see the content. Hi, Shadow. More people to hopefully fall in love with the animals here at the Center for Animal Research and Education and all of their quirky little personalities. Hold on. I think there's supposed to be a tiger in this enclosure. I can't quite see it. What? She's like, I'm right here. What? Oh my gosh. How long were you there for? She's like, the whole time, Derek. And then she's going to jump up as soon as I bring the camera up. Watch this. No, it wasn't even a jump up. It was just a stand up. All right. She's like, what do you take me for, Derek? Just some predictable boob? I'm sorry. My mistake. Hi, baby. Yeah, that's Selena. She usually... So I'm actually, for those of you who are familiar with the Walk Around the Compound webcast, and those of you who have been following me for years, I'm going to rewind it a little bit, and I'm going to talk to some of the new people. So we're going to go over some information that a lot of you already know. But we got a new group of people. So, yeah. But this is the Walk Around the Compound webcast, and as the name would imply, I walk around the compound. I talk. I babble. Sometimes it's a little bit prepared. Most of the time it's not. I try to keep things very unscripted, relatively minimally edited. Sometimes I'll have key points and bullets kind of written out for topics of discussion that I want to get to, but other times I just pop on the camera and I go and I walk around the compound and I try to just talk to the cats and I talk about things that are happening here at the compound or ideas that have entered into my head, and it's just a continuing conversation. Some people like it, some people don't. That's okay. Hi, Noe. Every walk around the compound webcast is going to be a little bit different. Some are a lot different. Some are wildly different. Just because the cats are going to be in different places, and the facility is going to be, there's going to be different atmospheric kind of moods. There's going to be different weather. There's going to be different temperature, and that has an effect. The cats are going to be maybe a little bit frisky when it's rainy and chilly and a little bit of a breeze, or maybe they're a little bit sleepy after they got done eating the next day, or maybe they're a little bit grumpy because they just got fed and they still have some food that they're protecting. But this is Ace. Ace is always kind of grumpy at me. Oh, there's a couple of different words, I'm going to say. Like, probably heard me say proteins, bruh. That's, a lot of times call meat proteins. Okay, I'm sorry, bud. I'll leave you alone. I'm going to leave you alone. But it's kind of there's a lot of different things. It's just like, over time, just silly little phrases and words that have been generated and adopted by the community, which we call ourselves the Pride, Pride of Lions. We're a group. We enjoy learning about new things and talking about stuff. We are passionate about exotic animal just animal causes in general. Well, we also like to take pragmatic approaches to things. Not jump off to too much of like emotionality as far as certain movements are concerned. We try to approach things logically, and we try to talk things out. And it's sometimes people can have differing opinions about certain things. As long as everyone's respectful, it's a good place to have conversations. You can go down into the comment section. You can kind of chat with people and learn more about it. And also, this facility, I should talk about that. It's called the Center for Animal Research and Education, otherwise known as CARE. You can learn more about the facility at carerescuetexas.com. And I do that song because I love getting it stuck in people's heads, which it gets stuck in a lot of people's heads. And I think it's pretty funny. And then there's people who comment and they say, like, damn you, Derek, I've been walking around my house and singing that song to myself for the past 2 weeks. I hate you. I hate you. And I'm like, mission accomplished. This is Milo. A lot of the cats here, we're a 501c3. It's a nonprofit organization. We are outside of Bridgeport, Texas, which is to the west of Fort Worth. The Dallas-Fort Worth area. We're in North Texas. North Texas. This facility, it used to be used as a, breeding and boarding for commercial purposes, different zoologic programs, traveling cat shows, and then it was converted into a nonprofit back in 2003. to accommodate for more rescues. It's founded by my wife, Heidi, who has 27 years of experience working with big cats. I've been here for 10. So she is the one who is the brains of the whole thing, and she has the experience and the knowledge, and she's the spiritual guide, the guiding light for our Cassie. Sass! Sorry. Sometimes we got to talk about, got to get the cats out here. We're just looking at her butt as I was kind of babbling. Sorry about that. Hi, baby. Meow. Sass, sass, sass. No squeaks? But there's new people, there's new visitors. They come from the internet. Can you squeak for them? Oh, well, this is Cassie. She's like, no, they must earn my squeaks. She has a very unique kind of yelp that has actually made her, semi-famous on the internet. Just the whole Cassie squeaks, and she'll make this kind of really high-pitched kind of meow, and then basically everyone, they just barf out daffodils and rainbows. They have hearts that form in their eyeballs. Yeah, it's an indoor, and you'll see it. You can find, there's other videos of Cassie squeaks. You can find them on different parts of the channel. Hi, baby. But she is purring. She's very affectionate. She's very sweet. Sometimes people, like new people, they'll have questions. They'll ask, like, hey, do you go into the enclosures with the cats? And the answer is, well, in the answer of those animals, and the tigers and the lions and the big ones that can definitely put some big holes in you, no, we don't. I mean, these ones are little. They can still get you, though. Surprisingly strong bite strength on bobcats. But as far as adult lions and tigers and leopards and cougars, no. We have had different cubs and juveniles, and that's a whole different thing when you're kind of bringing them up and you're trying to socialize them, and they are in their adolescent phases. That's a whole different kind of ball of wax. And yeah, there's been different instances of that, but at a certain point we cut that off. Kind of going back to what I was talking before, that's the other thing about me. I'm all over the place with these webcasts. I actually do have ADHD. It helps like generate content because I'm always kind of moving from one idea to the other idea, and having like a little bit of impulsivity is probably, it's an okay thing, I guess. But it does create for just oftentimes frustrating and stop, start, jump around from topic to topic kind of webcasts. So you'll just have to excuse that tendency. I apologize. Hi, bud. This is Jake. He's a good boy. He's a big guy. All right. But going back to some of the content-specific references. Yeah, proteins, bro. That's kind of like a take on the almost kind of like, gotta get your gains at the gym, kind of thing. Where it's like, gotta take my proteins in. That's kind of that. And the cats, oftentimes, they can become very food aggressive. As you've seen in previous sections of the video. They can become a little bit food aggressive. Just because they're wild animals, and that's what they do. They just they get away. Some cats are fine. You can be right next to them when they're eating. They don't care. Some cats, you can't be within 30 feet of them before they start telling you in no uncertain terms, get away from my proteins. And then it would be silly of us to, not, fully respect that request. But yeah, that's the whole thing. Proteins, bruh. Oh, also, because when I was focusing on Ace, that black leopard back there, his paws and the pads of his paws, we call those peats. Just add feet and paws together, and you get peat. And it's for what? Yeah, she's got her food. She's got her... Oh, Tess, you startled me. You gave me such a frighten. Are you going to be like that again? Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's got her meat in there. It's a horse head. And I think she was telling me just like, these are animals. Look, talk about impulsivity. They are impulsive animals. They're wild animals. They are guided by emotion and instinct. And they don't have a little, you know how like in the cartoons you have an angel and a devil kind of sitting on your shoulder? Well, with the cats, they have a devil and a devil. Where, you know, they say like, should I do it? And then the little devil poof, pops up and says, yeah, you should do it. And then the other devil poof, pops up again, yeah, you should totally do it. Gosh, I'm dropping my phone left and right. I'm sorry. I film these webcasts currently on a Samsung Galaxy S7. I'm going to try to be getting the S8 as soon as I can. Like I said, CARE is a nonprofit organization. One of the main reasons why I do a lot of the videos is to promote the facility. And also to keep people up to date on the continuing saga of this place, because that's kind of become the tone. That's become like part of the culture of this facility. Well, and it's always like, because we're us, the caretakers, and there's only a small handful of us. You know, there's my wife, and we have our curator Rachel, and then we have our intern staff, and then I'm here, which I actually have a full-time job, and I'm only here like certain days of a week. And yeah, it's you can watch the webcast. I'm not going to go into every little detail as far as that stuff is concerned. But we have a lot of volunteers that come out and they help us out to make this place really awesome. And it's a very familial kind of atmosphere. And it's a very strong bond that we have with each other, and then also that we have in taking care of these guys, these animals. And we try to be as knowledgeable and respectful of them and their spaces. Like I said, you might see me kind of putting my hands up and doing stuff like that. We do interact because we think, but here's the thing, the fence is a sacred barrier. It's a very sacred barrier, and that's to keep us safe, and it's to keep them safe. But it's also to encourage their psychological well-being. And that's important because these animals are in captivity. I don't know if you noticed. They're born in captivity. Captivity is all that they know. They're never going to be able to get put back into the wild. But they still absolutely have their wild instincts. And even though they can be very affectionate and they can be very, very sweet, they still have instinctual proclivities which tell them very strongly to engage in kill-based behaviors. And they can get triggered towards kill-based behaviors very easily. And they're a lot bigger than we are, us squishy people. So, yeah, we stay on this side of the fence and they stay on that side of the fence, and it's good. And this is their territory, and this is their space, and they appreciate the fact that, you know, their space is being respected. So that's one of the things. Other places, and we try not to, you know, I try not to get too deep in the weeds as far as, you know, talking about what is right or what is good about this or that or other things, but we split the middle. I know that there's other places where they are in there with their cats and they're rolling around, and look, it's some interesting stuff, and it can definitely get a lot of attention. This is Akari, she's very sweet. It can get a lot of attention from a lot of people. But it can put the whole operation at risk if something happens, which things happen and incidents happen, and cats have bad days, and they bite, and they have just powerful jaws, and sometimes they just can't help themselves. So yeah, that's something that we choose not to do. But then on the extreme end of the spectrum, there's other places where they don't. They want to try to recreate the wild environment as much as possible, and they want to make it like oh, you can't like the things I do, like flat palming or like doing stuff like that, which we think is very good for psychological health and well-being. There's other places that say like, no, you can't do that. You can't. And I'm like, well, no. We want to be able to have a connection with the animals that we take care of. And, you know, as you notice, a lot of them are just kind of, They're doing pretty good. It's evening time, and a lot of the cats just ate. So yeah, they're gonna be in various states of just, you know, when you eat a big meal. That's kind of how they are. The cats. We also get donations from local ranchers. You'll probably notice that there's a lot of just like, yeah, this is really great, and I'm learning all these different things about the facility, but what's with all of the body parts? Yeah, about that. This is Melita, and this is as close as we're gonna get to her. Hi, baby. All right, I'll talk to you later. She was the one that she's still bummed that I posted that. She's bummed that I posted that video. Sorry, baby, I got too close to her proteins. Too close to her proteins. But we get donations from local ranchers of livestock, cows and horses, and that's how we feed the animals. Of course, because lions and tigers, leopards and cougars, they are carnivores. This is Bonnie. They're carnivores, and that's what they eat. Now keep in mind, the animals that we get donated to the facility, they are either already dead from natural causes, or they have very legitimate reasons to be put down. They basically the owners would put them down via like a vet anyway. There's different things, broken legs, cancer, they have age-related illnesses, neurologic disorders, just stuff like that. And here's the thing, we live in, this is Texas, so we live in ranch land. There's a lot of livestock out here, so the cats never really have to go they never have to go hungry. There's always a good supply. And we have a lot of really great people in the community that help us feed the cats. And it's very good psychologically for them. They get to kind of chew and tear, and it's an enrichment element. They get to consume hide and fur, and that's very good for digestive health. There's all sorts of different vitamins and minerals that is in holistic whole meat. So yeah, that's what happens. The animals. Oh, that's the other thing I probably should talk about. The animals that do come, you say like, okay, well, they would normally be getting put down. Like, how do you put them down? Gunshot to the head, and then we butcher them, and then we feed every 4 days, because it goes along with how the cats would normally metabolize food out in the wild. So that's one thing. If you do watch this content, or you watch these webcasts, or you want to kind of give it a shot, yeah, you're gonna sometimes see that. You're going to sometimes see that. And it can be a little bit kind of like upsetting, but I mean, it's a circle of life kind of thing. So, yeah, it's ultimate recycling, I like to think. Ultimate recycling. It's fire. So to those of you who are familiar or have been, because there's a lot of the content. It started on Vine, the 6-second video sharing app, and actually there was one person who like newly subscribed, and they said like, oh my gosh, I just subscribed, I used to follow you on Vine and I never knew where you went, and I found you, and they were really excited. They were typing like all caps, and I'm like, great, woo, excited, so excited. So I'm very happy. Very happy that you found me again. I appreciate that. This is Savannah. Hi, baby. Again, sleepy kitties. Sleepy kitties. These are some of our newest residents. Rescued from a facility down in Florida that was having financial difficulty. Hi, bud. Hi, bud. It's Diwali. Vavo. Look at your belly. Like literally, we just fed I think it was like 2 hours ago. Look at that thing. And it's like, he's a young guy, and like, it's gonna go back. Like, give it a couple days, he'll poop all that out. Oh, look at you. That is something called, in the official technical term, is called a chuff. But we call it a snuffle. Some people, most people are like, oh, cool, that's just their kind of term for it. Some people are like, no, it's a chuff. And it's like, chill out. Like, this is part of, like, we can call it whatever we want. That's a water snake. Just a hose. I just called it a water snake. You can't do that. I just did. What, you tell the teacher on me? Oh, geez, lighten up. I don't think Nadal's going to be as sweet. Yeah, proteins. I know. He's got him. He's got him. I know. Oh my gosh. Angry. He's there. Like, look, one thing. Don't think that that's how the cats. Like, the cats, they're all sweet. Ace doesn't, for some reason, he's chosen to not really dig what I'm offering, which sometimes happens. The cats are unique. They have their own individual personalities. And that means that they will actively choose people to like and people to not like. It's interesting. Our curator, Rachel, she has cats. I think Tiger, I think it was Luca? Is it Luca? Or maybe Jamie, or the vice president of our board of directors. She, like, Luca hates her. Tiger, Luca. And she's never done anything to him to deserve that. She's never done anything to him. She's like, you. That's Luca. No rhyme, no reason. Just, that's it. Ace is the same way with me. I never did anything. I never like went up to Ace and was like poking him and just going, no, he just doesn't like me. So he will always express that. And he's an old man, old fella, 20 years old. So he's pretty set in his ways. I don't think that relationship is ever going to change, and that's okay. He does not need to like me in order for me to love him. Most of the cats, when it's not feeding time, they're so sweet. Just exceptionally sweet. It is a little bit sleepy time. It might have been a little bit better for me to actually do the webcast before feeding time, because everyone would have been like up and just like, yeah, like, oh my gosh, we haven't eaten in a few days and this is going to be great. And, oh, upside down kitty. But now, again, it's like that whole after Thanksgiving dinner, and you're falling asleep on the couch while football is on and your pants are unbuttoned. But I wanted to gear this webcast to the new subscribers. Hi, welcome aboard. I hope that you like it. There's a lot of historical content over the years. I've been filming a lot in the facility and uploading it to YouTube for a few years now. There's a lot of content, and the facility has gone through a lot of changes in that time. There have been, we've seen a lot of cats, pass in the past few years, because a lot of the facility residents are very old. Chomper's over there. He's 18. He's a big boy. So, a lot of cats, the sand in their hourglass, so to speak, is diminishing. But we will always continue to try to give them the best possible care, all the love in the world. In a lot of ways, it's a big cat nursing home. In a lot of ways, Diwali and Nadal, they're young. They're only 2 years old. Bonnie Boo, Bonnie just came into the lockdown. But yeah, any old school Pride members, if you see anyone new in the comments section, chat them up, welcome them aboard, answer questions, be nice. Sometimes, this is the other thing. Hi, baby. Ooh. Sometimes people, and they're new people, and they come, and maybe they don't know exactly the context of what it is that they're seeing. And sometimes facilities like this, understandably, they can be a bit divisive. Not all facilities and not all animal organizations are the same. And sometimes people, they look at these videos and then they assume like, oh, well, this is that guy's pets. And no, they're not. They're certainly not. So sometimes they can comment from a place where maybe they don't have all of the facts straight. And if that happens, and even if they get a little bit kind of attitude-y, that happens, still, just respond back nicely. Please don't, if someone says like, why are these animals in cages and you're a bad, because sometimes that happens. Why are these animals in cages? You're a bad person. That happens. Try not to be just like, shut up, you're an idiot, and Derek and Care is awesome, and I love Heidi so much, oh my gosh, I'll cut you. Sometimes people get very protective of the facility, which here's the thing, I love. And I love you folks, I really do. But honey and vinegar, y'all. Just remember that. And it's like, yeah, if someone can be, like, people, they might be a little bit animated. They sometimes kind of come off the blocks. First impressions can be a little bit weird. They can be like, what's going on? Who is this? This seems wrong. Just talk to them. And if they continue to be, like, weird, or even, like, if they start getting abusive, that's when we can kind of, go full-on pride smash on them. That's different. That's different. But, to start, just, pump the brakes, take a breath, and try to just engage with, and like, again, the overwhelming majority of people who come and start commenting are such awesome and great people, and they weave themselves into the fabric of the community seamlessly. I'm only referring to just a very small percentage of people. But I want to make sure to just talk about that. This is Orali. This is Zubiri. They're very handsome. These guys are the BBs. Hashtag Team BBs. Again, that's another one of those references. One of those inside joke things. There's going to be a lot of those. So if you don't know what it is that I'm talking about, just ask someone in the comment section and they'll explain it to you. So, yeah. Anyway, I think I've talked for a good chunk of time. I will probably spend a little bit more time in the comment section of this video to try to answer any questions that any new folks might have. So, yeah, if you have any for me, just send them my way and I'll try to get back to you. But thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. All right, bye-bye.